This is genuinely insane. Elon Musk's AI, Grok, it's taking images of people and undressing them regardless of whether they consented or were even minors, right? And that's the new meta on X right now, right? If you go to almost any image on X, especially of women, you'll see replies like, "Hey Grok, make her wear a transparent bikini." It didn't matter if it was some random person or Swedish Deputy Prime Minister Ebba Busch after users asked Grok to make images of her in a bikini, which it did. Or take, for example, Julie Yukari, who's a Brazilian musician. She posted this image with her cat, and her replies were just flooded with people making requests. But then Yukari, obviously not happy about it, and her indignation was enough to actually make some waves, and it led to X and Grok to take action. Or you started seeing accounts that requested content having their post deleted, and Grok saying, "Hey, I understand the indignation. There was a failure in Grok's safeguards that allowed improper manipulations of images, as in the case of Julie Yukari. This was quickly fixed, and I don't generate or share explicit content." Sources G1 and BBC confirm the incident and the resolution. You know, that reply, which was made this morning, it makes it seem like Grok won't share or generate explicit content anymore. However, posts from this morning show that it's still happening in at least some of the cases of both users requesting it for images of themselves and of others requesting it. Also, notably, bikinis and lingerie, it was kind of just the tip of the iceberg. A lot of people trying to game the system by requesting things like covering the subjects in clear tape in order to show more. And, you know, while making non-consensual lewd and sexual images of adults is bad enough, where you saw a lot of people speaking up is when it started involving children. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show anything here, but actress Nell Fisher, who plays Holly in the last season of Stranger Things, she was on the receiving end of this in particular. Everything from lewd images to even creeps having Grok putting her on the laps for a kiss were being made, with then the backlash getting so big that Elon Musk had to chime in saying, "Anyone using Grok to make illegal content will suffer the same consequences as if they upload illegal content." With then angry users pointing out that this response avoids any culpability on X's part, despite its tool being the one actually generating the content. And one of the big things is that Musk's response is unlikely going to calm regulators such as Ofcom in the UK, which wrote this morning, "We have made urgent contact with X and XAI to understand what steps they've taken to comply with their legal duties to protect users in the UK. Based on their response, we will undertake a swift assessment to determine whether there are potential compliance issues that warrant investigation." But legal repercussions or not, this whole situation, it's led to many women really considering what they post on the platform. Some taking down images of themselves doing innocent things like just going to Disneyland. Others are understandably leaving the platform outside of official announcements, in which case they're limiting their replies. Though also with this, you had people noting that not every AI-generated image by Grok was unconsensual or crossed a sexual line. Right? In many cases, the people requesting the images were those depicted, often as a form of promotion for their OnlyFans. In other cases, you had people making silly or dumb requests, like when Musk had Grok add his face to this image, or things like dressing Busch in a burqa since she was pushing for a burqa ban. But, you know, ultimately, for many, this is kind of a wake-up call that, like it or not, legal or not, this type of AI content, it is here and increasingly realistic and easy to use. And at a time when you're seeing many governments pulling back the guardrails, pulling back or holding back regulation, because many of them have a fear of falling behind in the AI race, you have many wondering, is it worth posting anything if people can just do this? And so with that, one, I'd love to know your thoughts, opinions, and reactions in those comments down below. Two, definitely share to spread the word. And three, there's also more news you need to know today. Trump's now threatened to invade Colombia, Mexico, Iran, and Greenland. Tim Walz just announced that he's dropping out of the Minnesota governor's race. 10 people were just found guilty of cyberbullying First Lady Brigitte Macron. And a man was just arrested for allegedly attempting to break into JD Vance's home in Ohio. Subscribe to stay in the loop and click here for more.